And I got to tell you, Montgomery City looked like they got hit hard from this, so I wouldn't be surprised. Sometimes there's a lag. Maybe 20 minutes, you start to hear some damage reports coming out from that area. You
could do some analysis there on the computer, Steve, while I just rattle off some fresh information just into the Storm Center. Confirmed tornado at about 6:36 p.m. here was located near Bellflower, moving east. They're still holding to that east, but it appears to be a little north of due east at about 30 miles per hour. So again, confirmed tornado located near the town of Bellflower, which is still over on the Montgomery County line, right? On the Montgomery County side, rather. So we're not into Lincoln County with these confirmed. That report was from around 6:30. So again, that was about 11 minutes ago. The motion still seems to be to the east, maybe a little bit north of due east, which means this guy officially crosses into our coverage area here within the next few minutes.
And I got to tell you, it is not just the tornado we're tracking. No. We're tracking the threat for microburst damaging straight line winds. So let me show you what I mean by that. I've been analyzing the radar while you were talking about some of those damage reports from Montgomery County and the police. What I'm going to...
This is not a Doppler indicated tornado. This now has been reported, spotted live with human eyes in at least 3 different locations that I'm keeping track of, because now I'm being told that law enforcement, this is relayed via the National Weather Service, law enforcement confirmed a tornado 2 miles west of Bellflower. So that's the most recent physical contact I have for you with a tornado. So again, it's a tornado on the ground. This was at about 6:41, confirmed tornado located near Bellflower. Moving east, they've upped this speed just a little bit. We were thinking east-northeast at about 30 to 35, now eastbound at about 40 miles per hour.
Okay.
So again, all indications are this thing is still on the ground at this point. It's broadened a little bit. The circulation associated with that tornado report now just south of Bellflower. But again, they see the same thing we are. It's weakening, it's broadening. They also are relaying to us, they want us to share this with everybody, there's an impressive area of straight line wind just moving into Pendleton in Warren County.
That's got to be that southern section we've been tracking.
Yep, for sure. At the same time, this is not the only game in town. We tend to be paying more attention to this storm cell because it's producing a tornado, or at least has a history of that. But Steve, there's also a new severe thunderstorm warning up that's creeping ever closer to Metro St. Louis. It extends as far east as southwestern St. Charles County, northern Franklin County, southern Warren County is included in that. That's not a tornado warning, that's a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect until 7:30 p.m. And it looks like Steve has flipped the warning polygons back on the radar there so you can see it.
So that is this line right here, the southern section of this whole line of thunderstorms. So that line is moving through. Let's check in here with meteorologist Matt Chambers and myself, Chief Meteorologist Steve Templeton. You're watching live storm mode coverage. We started during the 6 o'clock newscast, and we had a tornado warning that it was observed several times. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to get some damage reports in shortly. Montgomery City was under the gun in Montgomery County, Missouri. This is all northwest of St. Louis. That has now merged into what is a very strong line of storms that could be producing damaging microburst type winds.
Yeah, I think that's the primary threat now. But remember, about 45 minutes ago, we were really focused on that tight area of rotation, that confirmed tornado that was on the ground for some time, just west of, if not even into parts of our coverage area. At the moment, it's shifted into one of the sort of these boomerang-shaped bow echoes, we call it, straight line winds, still capable of producing some significant damage right on the leading edge of this. I just want to point out the fact that the atmosphere ahead of this line is still prime for rotating storms. So even as we make this shift to this bow echo, sometimes we get little areas of tighter rotation, brief tornado spin-ups and touchdowns that do more concentrated damage over smaller areas. So we're not necessarily in the clear tornado-wise yet. Much of the area is still under a tornado watch until 10 o'clock this evening. The start of the Cardinals game is being delayed. Could they start it on time? Sure, they could. How deep into this game would they get before this line of very dangerous weather approaches from the west? Probably not very deep. Maybe 2 innings, 2.5 innings before this thing is slamming into downtown St. Louis. So again, the official word from Busch Stadium at this point is that the Cardinals are delaying. No word on how long. I think it makes a lot of sense at this point to assume they're going to have to hold this up. If they've made the decision to delay already,